Hi, I'm Nadia and I blog at www.nanat.com. So, as a mother of two, after having 2 cesareans, I have some problem areas that I really would like to work on. For example, my mum tum. So I'm here at Halley Medical Aesthetics to find out what can I do about this whole situation.
Hi, welcome back. Yeah, I'm Dr. Terence Tan from Halley Medical Aesthetics, and this is the second time we're meeting. First time when you came, Nadia, you said that you had some concerns.
Yeah, about my problem areas, yes.
And what might that be?
So after having 2 kids, I have some issues about my tummy especially. So I have the mum tum, a bit of excess weight also. So I feel like I'm a bit insecure about this area especially.
A very common concern amongst mummies. So some people have a mummy takeover. But mum tum is the first time I heard of it, yeah? Is it very popular to call it mum tum?
I guess so. Like,
We've seen so many people, but this, yeah, really the first time you tell me there's a mum tum.
I mean, there's mum tum and dad bod, right?
Oh, is it? Okay, now I understand. You learn new things every day. So thanks for letting me know that there's such a thing as mum tum. Okay, so I think a lot of mummies, when they're pregnant, they're forced to gain some weight. These are healthy, but after giving birth, there's a combination of maybe some loose skin, and also maybe they still have a little bit more weight than they had.
Lots of weight.
So there are people who come and they have various concerns. Some people are concerned with having too much weight, and some people like you concerned about
Mum tum.
So for mum tum, it's more about body contouring. Okay. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do CoolSculpting. Standard is the world's #1 popular non-invasive fat reduction device. Okay. So it's from America. It's US FDA approved. Many million treatments have been done. And the good thing about FDA approval is that it tells us that it is relatively safe and, more importantly, relatively effective. What it does is actually it's just a fat freezing device.
Okay.
You've got this thing called the cooler, and it's attached to the applicator, which will suck in the fat and the skin over on top into the applicator,
Okay.
and freeze it about 35 minutes. Just a little bit longer, but for your purpose, I think it will be about 35 minutes or so. And during that 35 minutes, about 20 to 25% of the fat cells over the area will get frozen, and thereafter there's this process called apoptosis, whereby the cells will die and your body's immune system will come and you actually remove it. So the good thing about it is that we know that for most people it will be 20 to 25% improvement after one treatment, but it does take some time. Good things have to.
Wait.
It's a little bit different from weight gain and weight loss.
Okay.
People are overweight and they want to lose weight. So when we lose weight, our fat cells become smaller, but the total number of fat cells remain the same. But when we do a fat destruction method, the number of fat cells actually reduce. But because the weight is not that much change, the size of the fat cells is about the same. If a lot of people come and they ask, if I get pregnant again, am I going to lose this treatment or am I going to lose the effectiveness? No. The fat cells will be less. Though if you gain weight, the remaining fat cells can still get slightly bigger. The tummy is a very common concern. We generally like to use a suction applicator. The size of the applicator is about like this.
Okay.
We'll have a look at it later on.
Sure.
But before we put the applicator on, and we are going to plan where we're going to put this applicator.
Sure.
So with the planning, #1, you can see where you want to treat so that you know exactly where you're going to have an improvement, so that you know that it will fit your expectations. #2, it also makes sure that when we put on the applicator, there are no mistakes.
Okay.
Where we're going to put the applicator is exactly where we draw. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Do you have any questions you ask me?
How does it feel after the whole procedure? It's going to be very cold or?
It's going to be very cold. When we put out the applicator, there's what we call a butter cake.
A butter cake?
I think that's what you call it, yeah?
Okay.
It's like a cake of butter, and it's pretty hard, and when you put hands on it, it's pretty solid. That's because it's frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, then what happens is that the nurse will actually do a little bit of a massage, and it actually improves the effectiveness of the treatment because with the butter cake there's a lot of ice.
Mm.
And when we massage, we're actually using the rough ice crystals to increase the effectiveness of
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So during massage it's a little bit tender, but during the process it's actually totally painless. But for most people, maybe about a week or at most 2, there's a little bit of numbness
Okay.
and a tiny bit of tenderness to be treated. But most of the time it's actually okay.
Pretty much painless, yeah.
It's painless during, it's a little bit tender after.
Okay.
Most of the time it's not a problem. We do, it's good that you asked, we do have a new applicator. The new applicator is faster.
Ah.
It's 45% less time.
Okay.
So the freezing used to be about an hour for most people,
Mm.
cut down to 35 minutes.
Ah, okay.
But yet at the same time, the area covered by the applicator is about 10% big.
Wow, it's actually more effective that way.
So it's more effective, and yet at the same time, you would need to freeze for a shorter period of time. So busy people like you and me, that's pretty important. But more importantly, the less time you freeze, the less tenderness you're going to have,
That's true.
and the less numbness and less discomfort after you freeze. So I think that's always a good thing. You don't really want to freeze the skin. All you want to do is you want to freeze the fat. So this is pretty awesome. So we're going to use this for you.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Do you have anything else you want to ask?
No, I think I pretty much covered it.
Okay, I'm excited. Welcome to our CoolSculpting room. Okay, so this is where we do all our CoolSculpting, and this is also where we do our planning. Okay, so we have got you changed up a little bit, and I want to see where your concerns are.
Sure.
So if I'm not wrong, you have a cesarean scar below?
Yes, that's right.
So this is actually quite common in people who have cesarean done before, in that you have got a scar here, and some of the lower tummy fat is stuck down to the muscle underneath, giving the appearance that it's sucked in, but yet at the same time it's a little bit bulgy on top. If you don't mind, what I want to do is I want to do a bit of a pinch test.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, alright, relax now. So, I think with CoolSculpting, what we want to do first is really to reduce the prominence of this area here, so that this area and this area connects together a little bit better.
Okay.
So that when you go out and they don't see you, they don't see this obvious bulge on top. Yeah, that's right. So we want it to be a little bit smoother. The fat is better squeezed like this. It kind of goes inside the applicator a little bit better. And we want to make sure that we cover these areas here. Okay, so I'm just going to draw out where I think it's would lead to better results, and your left and right are just a little bit different. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this thing over here, and we're going to draw. And we're going to have you have a look to give me an idea of whether you had this in mind or not. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Because before you put an applicator, it's very important for us to make sure that we get it right, both in terms of where I think it will benefit you, but more importantly, where you are actually more concerned about. Yeah. So this is number 1, and then we're going to do number 2. And number 2 will be a little bit different in terms of its orientation, because you can see that there is not that much fat there, and it's a bit skewed. Yeah, it's a bit skewed. So it's going to be a little bit different in terms of how it looks. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, so but because there is quite a lot of area to cover. Okay, so it looks like someone didn't do a good job drawing. But if you have a look at tummy, it's really the way it is. It's just a little bit fuller here and a little bit less full there. So we're going to skew it a little bit. And we're going to have to repeat it in a short time. So this is taking away the impurities that might prevent that. This is the Cool Advantage applicator. Much better than older applicators in a few ways. Firstly, although it looks small, it covers a very big area. Number 2, you see these things here?
Yeah.
Okay, so these things here, that is a sensor.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is called Cool Control. So it has got a real-time sensor, and it senses your temperature every second, every minute, but not every hour, to make sure that it doesn't get too cold. And this is something which is very safe. So the chance of something going wrong is really, really low. We are going to put on the gel pad. Okay, so when we first put it in, you'll feel that it's sucking really strong. Okay, that's perfect. So you're going to start freezing. The treatment cycle is finished. It's been 35 minutes. We're going to take out the applicator right now.
Sure.
Okay. Alright, put your hand there.
Oh my god.
So that's the butter cake, yeah?
That's my butter cake.
Yeah, so Rebecca will now go and do some massage for you. So it is a bit uncomfortable, but yeah, but it should be okay. Yeah. So the massage is about 5 minutes or so. So what it does is that we are using the ice crystals, which are currently there, the butter cake that you felt, in order to increase the effectiveness of the procedure. And after that, we rest for maybe about 2 months, and then I think we should repeat it again. Yeah. How does it feel right now?
It feels good now. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to put on the antifreeze right now. Okay, it's perfect. Yeah, so we're going to start.
I've just finished my CoolSculpting treatment with Dr. Terence Tan at Halley Medical Aesthetics. During the whole consultation, Dr. Terence Tan was very reassuring as he shared that the treatment was FDA approved and was really very safe. During the whole treatment itself, the only weird feeling was actually during the cold process, the cold feeling, the whole slight discomfort after massaging the skin and the fats area. Other than that, everything went well. I can't wait to see my results in a few months' time.